Hello, Capricorn. Thank you so much for joining me today in this monthly reading for the month of April 2024. Cappies, I feel like you've been going through some ups and downs. Also, it feels like you've been having some could be dark thoughts. It could be that you've been experiencing some being kind of in a slump, or like being around an energy that's a bit dark for you. But it does feel like, Capricorn, we're gonna, first of all, before I go into that, I'm just gonna tell you we're using the energy cards today, right now, to kind of figure out where your energy is and where it's going, okay? For the month of April. And so it feels like in the past a little while, you've been feeling kind of skeptical or uncertain about something, kind of back and forth, right? And the card that popped out for you is the energy card. I call it the light and dark card. It feels like you're seeing some light. You're coming out of something. I feel like you have been in this mental sort of state where you feel uncertain. It's a back and forth energy. You feel uncertain about something. It's sort of a one minute you're feeling positive and hopeful and not wanting to let go of something, and the next minute you're just tired emotionally, physically. You're drained. Something is draining you, and it feels like there's some action steps that are coming for you in this time. In this month of April, it begins to kind of be more clear to you the step that you need to take, either within yourself or in a situation, okay? And so it feels sort of one-sided, like you've been thinking about something in one direction. You haven't been kind of looking at everything. You haven't been seeing the big picture. It feels like you have been on this path of almost like self-destruction within your own thoughts, almost like a doom and gloom, and there has been not much light there. It feels like you have been in a state of, how do I say this, in this bubble where everything else around you that's going on is sort of like not in your focus, because you can only focus on this one thing that's been bothering you, okay? But you tend to see things that are, you know how they say black and white, but you're only seeing the dark. You're not seeing other possibilities. You're not seeing other perspectives. And that's what's been holding you back. That's what's been bothering you so much, because you can't see someone else's point of view, or you can't see some other kind of perspective on this, okay? But it feels like the curtains are opening and you can now see out where the sunshine is. And it feels like you're kind of softening to a better understanding, an acceptance of other possibilities, okay? Because look, you got the walking away card. I feel like at this point, you're not walking away from a situation. How do I say it? Every time you think you're going to walk away from something, you don't do it because there's something else there that you're not seeing. And your soul is telling you you're not seeing it because you haven't seen the whole situation because your soul won't let you quit yet, if that makes sense, okay? So you're walking away from the one-track mindedness, from seeing things one way, and you're opening up to the possibilities of, oh, I didn't see it that way. Maybe their behavior is this way because of this, not just because of this. And so it feels like you're coming into some sort of balance in regards to love. And in regards to love, it's like you are needing to balance out your acceptance of other people, your acceptance of other types of personalities, of other of things that happen around you. It seems like you're kind of have been in this one-track mindset. It's like an unlearning that has to be done within yourself. I feel like you were brought up around that. Maybe somebody, a parent, was possibly narcissistic and subjected you to that narcissism because everything had to be about them. And so in your mind, when you see things happening around you or people behaving a certain way, you take it very personal, like it's almost like an attack on you. And I know this is a very personal reading. It feels like it. But this is your energy. It has been. It feels like your energy has been kind of stuck on woe is me and everything is about me. But Cappy, this is not a criticism. This is what you learned. This is what you saw throughout your life. And so it sort of became your mindset, your energy, your belief that everything is about you. Everything. And it isn't. Your personality is you're very intellectual. You're very, you like to kind of analyze or maybe sometimes overanalyze things. So it's crystal clear, but in your analytical thinking, you're not inviting all the other possibilities in before you make an informed decision. Your decision making is based on how much something hurts or affects you. And don't get me wrong, and don't think that I'm saying you're a narcissist. I'm saying you grew up around that. And things in your life have been always based on what you learned. And I am not faulting anyone. I am not saying your parents, siblings, whoever you grew up with that was a narcissist. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm saying when we are around those energies, and I feel like our parents are our greatest influence on us growing up. When you learn that and you're around that, you think that's normal. You feel that that is a normal part of life, and you don't understand why other people don't understand that. It's because you grew up in that, and you don't see that that was unhealthy. You are not to blame. No one is. Everybody has their own path, their own energy, their own way of believing. However, Capricorn, this way of believing is not yours. It's someone else's. So I feel like in this month of April 2024, you have yet to find you. And you are unraveling and discovering how your personality, your energy isn't the same as someone else's that you were influenced by. Okay? Narcissists, I'm not going to go into it too much, but I'm going to ask you to research it. And know that narcissism isn't something that you, how do I say it? A lot of people believe that narcissists are created, not born with. They're created because of the person before them that was a narcissist. They grew up and learned from that, okay? And so narcissism isn't, I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I know it's gonna cause controversy and I don't want to go there with that. But I will tell you that we have to unlearn some things that we learned throughout our lifetime, because that isn't who you are. It's not your path. It's somebody else's. You, Capricorn, have the ability to change your way of thinking, to change your, to unlearn what you learned, to be that magician in the mirror, to look in the mirror and say, who am I? I'm not that person. I don't want to be that person. I want to learn all about me now. I want to learn who I am. What is in my soul? What is in my path? What is my energy? Mine, not my parents, not people I grew up with. What is my energy? I know somebody who always says, I am who I am and I'll never change. And I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I believe that that person, because I see the goodness in that person. I see moments of compassion, of love, of acceptance. And I know that people that grow up in an environment where it's harsh, it does affect you profoundly. And that's what's happened to you, Cappy. Okay? Sorry, it's emotional because it's personal. With someone that I know and love. But Spirit says the door is opening. The door to Spirit is opening. Cracking open that heart, that soul, to reveal the true energy that is you. Not your mother, not your father, not your brother, sister, not anyone, but you. The door to your spirit is opening wide for you to step through and see who you are. You are on this, it opens up to this temple path, the temple path to your soul. To be you. Okay? You're at some sort of crossroads here, but it's not a matter of which path do I take. Do I stay on this path, what I learned, and just be who I think I am, or do you take the path of who you really are and discover who you are, and unravel and unlearn what you learned about this way of thinking? From what I can tell right now, you're taking the path that is uniquely yours. And I am so, so proud of you. You are taking that path to discover who you are. Let me just see. Yeah, see, there's a man here holding a coin. He's discovering his value, right? If you notice, he's holding it. He wants more of this. He wants to know, who is he? He wants to discover his value. He's been looking through the eyes of someone else for years. And if you look here, that's a cold coin, right? It's like, to me, that looks like a cold coin, like a big coin. This is him holding his heart as he goes through this transition in his life to learn about himself. What do you have to say, guides, as we look at the Sacred Traveler cards by Denise Lynn? This is the card deck we're using. You're finding your sanctuary. You're opening up to your spiritual source. Capricorn, this is so precious. They're asking you and they're telling you, you're going to redirect your energy. You're going to reflect and redirect. And you're taking your first step in this month of April. And they're asking you to get the big picture. The big picture. This confirms everything I just said. To understand and appreciate you, not someone else, you, to view from above, to get the big picture. Through gratitude, joy expands. On the heels of that, Capricorn, comes abundance and joy and stability. You are moving into a greater time in your life. Something you didn't think was possible is opening up for you, okay? Take those moments to yourself, those moments of peace that come in to change, to redirect, to move your energy in the right direction that is authentically you, Capricorn. It is your time, your space, your energy, no one else's. Ooh. You're expanding your horizons through a change in perception, because you are on a voyage within yourself and love flows through you and to you in the right way, okay? In this month of April, Capricorn, something beautiful is emerging. And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. I'm saying these are the first steps for you to move forward into your own energy and to discover you, not your parents, not anyone else, to discover you. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, Capricorn. Love and light to you. Big hugs and love. Until we speak again. Namaste.